In this video, you will get an overview on how to request a CPA review in PERT for your 12-month assessment. Jason has now spent 12 months in his role as a financial analyst and has completed his second current experience report in PERT. He has also met with his mentor for a second time to discuss his progress in the technical and enabling competency areas. As he has completed his second mandatory meeting and his report has been verified by his supervisor, Jason is ready to submit his 12-month assessment for feedback from CPA Ontario. Based on the next CPA review due date in PERT, Jason can request this review. Once CPA Ontario has finished reviewing Jason's experience reports, he receives an email with instructions. Jason reviews the first step in the email. He then runs the consolidated summary to see the results of his 2 experience reports, which CPA Ontario has changed to reviewed status. Based on the review, he was professionally assessed at Level 1 proficiency in FR4, MA1, MA2, and MA4, as well as enabling question number 2, solving problems and adding value. This was consistent with his self-assessed levels. However, in FR2, Jason was professionally assessed at Level 1, even though he had self-assessed at Level 2. Jason reviews the second step from the email. He opens his experience report to look at the reviewer comments in FR2, Accounting, Policies, and Transactions. During his first 12 months, Jason worked primarily on routine journal entries for revenue and expense accruals. He also had exposure to a complex transaction where he researched the appropriate accounting treatment for a new lease contract. As such, Jason felt he was performing at Level 2 in the subcompetency. Jason reviews CPA Ontario's feedback, which says, although Jason provided 3 examples for the subcompetency area, he primarily worked on low-complexity, routine transactions during his first year. He had good exposure to 1 complex transaction, but he's still early on in his practical experience journey. He will need to demonstrate further progression in this area to support Level 2 proficiency in subsequent experience reports. The concept of progression will be covered in more detail in the next video. For more specific feedback from CPA Ontario, Jason reviews the Notes tab. He then reviews the third step from the email. He shares the feedback received from CPA Ontario with his mentor so that they can incorporate it in his learning plan. He will continue to document his progression in technical and enabling competencies in PERT and meet with his mentor semi-annually. Based on this review, Jason notes that CPA Ontario is not concerned with his ability to meet the practical experience requirements in this role. So he won't need to request another CPA review until his consolidated summary indicates that he has met the practical experience requirements, including duration. Up next, learn about how progression is required in technical and enabling competencies throughout your PE journey.